The #1 health issue in the United States that has reached a fever pitch level is not COVID. It's not global warming. It's not racism. It's out of control criminals being allowed to terrorize the rest of us. There's a war waging on the streets of America right now. It started last summer when rioting thugs started burning down property and businesses. Why? Because criminals felt they could. Watch.
That is reparations. Anything they want to take it, because these businesses have insurance.
From looting businesses, thugs began throwing Molotov cocktails, ramming residential areas, creating their own Hate America zones, forcing evacuations of police precincts, trying to burn down a federal courthouse. For months, the radical left was covered by the mainstream media as engaging in peaceful protests, while 2,000 cops were injured. Even if arrested, protesters were released immediately and charges, if any, were dropped by left-wing prosecutors. Thugs then moved to residential neighborhoods, storming residents with bullhorns, trespassing, and yelling it was really their property. The Democrats in charge did nothing. They made believe it wasn't even happening. The thugs then advanced to the next level, in groups yelling at and interrupting people as they dined outdoors, and then going inside restaurants, insisting people raise their fists, tossing over their dinner plates, throwing drinks, taking wallets, pocketbooks, and iPhones. And the Democrats in these cities did nothing. This past Monday, thugs advanced to yet another level. They walked into Neiman Marcus, a high-end retail store, not at night under the cover of darkness, but in the middle of a bright, sunny day. They cracked glass cases, stealing expensive handbags, jewelry, and simply ran out. And the Democrats in charge did nothing. The next advance? Your house, your property. They will come in and simply take whatever they want. Your private property, your cherished items, things you worked hard for. You see, they're not afraid of you. No one has stopped them before, and they don't expect to be stopped now. They know they'll be bailed to go out and reoffend. These gun-toting thugs are emboldened bullies running through our streets, shooting each other, innocent bystanders be damned. Whether it's a college intern on public transportation, a 1-month-old shot in a car seat, or a 4-year-old on the way to a toy store. The radical left has brought the 70s crime story back to America. We've had at least 10,500 Americans shot since January 1 of this year. Last year, 2020, ended with more than 19,000 Americans killed in shootings, the highest death toll in 20 years. So what do Democrat mayors want to do for their citizens? Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, while making sure that no white person questions her, straight up lies and says crime is down.
Crime is not out of control in our city. In fact, crime is on the decline. All of our major indices showed a decline in crime, and our homicides and our shootings year over year are down. That's a fact, sir.
She and the rest of these leftist socialist mayors know damn well that crime is not down, and they know damn well how to fight crime. And no 4-minute meeting with Joe Biden on the tarmac is going to solve that, especially if Joe doesn't have his note cards. The preferred method of operation adopted by leftist, liberal, progressive, radical, police-hating crew is to castrate and weaken the police, the very people who can fight crime. They say it's all about guns, but it's really all about criminals. Leftist progressive Governor Andrew Cuomo is fighting crime by suing gun manufacturers. Really? Suing the gun manufacturer has nothing to do with crime reduction. It's all smoke and mirrors. Thugs are not going to stop because a gun manufacturer is being sued in federal court. They prefer to burn down the federal court. They bought their guns illegally on the street, and if there was a serial number on them, there isn't one now. And Joe Biden, of course, can't stop talking about the gun epidemic and his plans to shut down gun sellers who break federal laws. He and pal Kamala aren't concerned about the Second Amendment. Take a listen.
The Second Amendment, from the day it was passed, limited the type of people who could own a gun and what type of weapon you could own.
Really? They want to take guns away from law-abiding citizens who actually know how to shoot a gun, as opposed to the thugs who can't shoot and end up spraying bullets hitting people indiscriminately. So why are the Democrats allowing this? Well, first they tried to blame Republicans for the crime wave and for defunding police, but even the Washington Post gave them 3 Pinocchios. They know damn well that everything they're doing is weakening law and order in this country. And they know damn well how to stop crime. But they're not interested in protecting you. It's real simple. Bail reform is nothing more than a get-out-of-jail-free card. Over 80% of people arrested are released immediately after that arrest, and that includes arrests for violent crimes. Democrat prosecutors are not prosecuting. Some DAs have actually refused to prosecute a crime unless it reaches an arbitrarily chosen threshold. Police have been defunded and demoralized. Democrat mayors and city councils are literally taking police off the streets and away from crime-ridden areas, especially minority areas. Police have lost qualified immunity. They're targeted, ambushed, blinded, shot, and murdered. And judges? They're going rogue, allowing politics to influence their rulings, bailing individuals with long records who go out and kill again. Now, this week, Joe Biden said he will begin door-to-door outreach for COVID vaccinations. Think about that. The intrusion, the invasion of your privacy. Strange people coming to your door, asking how many people live in your home or apartment. Where is that mindset coming from? To me, it all ties together. The failure to fund police in a way that prevents them from being effective, the refusal by prosecutors to prosecute, rogue judges who are letting criminals out to kill again, and now leftists blaming guns and not the criminals for all the crime in America. If you put the dots together, Joe Biden's irrational belief he can control the Second Amendment, along with his belief he can go door to door with Democrats' intentional refusal to fight crime, tells me there is an end game. It's not about votes. It's not only about registering your gun. It's about confiscating your gun. And there's only one way out of this, and it's a number. The number is 2022. And that's my open. Let me know what you think on my Facebook and Twitter, #JudgeJeanine.